I told the truth in the wedding toast. My cousin Jake was getting married to this girl Emma, and honestly, I should have kept my mouth shut. But I was 22, 3 beers deep, and still pissed about what happened 6 months earlier. So here's the thing. Jake had been dating this other girl, Bree, for like 4 years. They were basically already planning their wedding, talking about kids, the whole deal. I actually really liked Bree. She was funny, down to earth, and she genuinely cared about our family. She'd show up to every birthday party, remember my mom's favorite flowers, stuff like that. Then Jake met Emma at his accounting firm. Emma was this perfectly polished girl who drove a white BMW her daddy bought her and had never worked a retail job in her life. Within 2 months, Jake completely ghosted Bree, like wouldn't even return her calls to get her stuff back from his apartment. I remember Bree calling me crying, asking if I knew what she did wrong. I had to lie and say I didn't know what was going on because Jake made our whole family promise not to tell her about Emma. Said he needed time to figure things out. What he really needed was time to make sure Emma was serious before he officially broke up with Bree. The worst part? Jake told Emma he was single when they met, so Emma had no idea she was the other woman for 2 whole months. When Bree finally found out through Instagram, because Jake was an idiot who forgot to block her, she drove to his place and keyed his car. Honestly, good for her. Fast forward to the wedding day. Everything was perfect. Emma looked beautiful, Jake looked happy, and I'm sitting there at the reception thinking maybe I should just let it go. The DJ was playing some cheesy love songs, people were posting pictures with those stupid hashtags couples makeup, and everyone kept talking about how meant to be they were. Then Jake's best man finished his speech. It was all generic stuff about true love and soulmates. The mic got passed to me because I was supposed to give a toast as family. I stood up, looked around at all these people smiling and raising their glasses, and I just snapped. I started normal. I've known Jake my whole life, and I've watched him go through a lot of relationships. People were nodding, smiling. But Jake taught me something really important about love. That's when I went off script. He taught me that when you find someone who truly loves you, someone who shows up for your family, who supports your dreams, who sticks by you for 4 years, you should definitely dump them over text message for someone you met at work. You could literally hear people's forks hitting their plates. Emma's face went completely white. Jake's mouth just hung open, but I wasn't done. And Jake also taught me that if you're going to cheat, make sure you tell your new girlfriend you're single so she doesn't feel bad about it. That way, everyone gets hurt equally. Jake finally found his voice and goes, "Dude, what the hell?" Emma grabbed his arm and whispered, "What is he talking about?" So I looked right at Emma and said, "Ask your husband about Bree. Ask him why she keyed his car. Ask him why none of us were allowed to mention her name around you." Emma stood up so fast she knocked over her chair. She just stared at Jake, waiting for him to deny it. But Jake just sat there looking like he wanted to disappear. Emma's dad, who had paid for this whole wedding, stood up and goes, "What's going on here?" That's when Emma figured it out. She grabbed her dress, walked right out of the reception hall, and we could hear her crying in the parking lot. Her entire family followed her out. Half the wedding guests didn't know what to do, so they just left too. Jake came up to me afterward, furious. "You ruined my wedding," I told him. "Nah, man, you ruined your wedding 6 months ago. I just told everyone about it." The crazy thing is, Emma called off the marriage that night. She had the whole thing annulled within a week. Turns out she had a lot of self-respect and wasn't about to start a marriage built on lies. Jake didn't talk to me for 2 years.